Lord and Jester talking about everything from crystals, vibrations, comics, technology, cartoons, magic, meditation, herbal remedies, etc. Whatever comes to mind, just going on tangents and rambling on.
Ladies and gentlemen, you are now tuning into the R.I.F, Realm of Infinite Frequencies. This is the Tangent Podcast with your host, Jester D. Wild One and Lord Byronius. Welcome to the show. Hey, Lord B, how you doing?
I'm doing alright. How about yourself?
I am doing fucking wonderful.
Marvelous.
This is the Aliens and Such podcast. This is the long-awaited alien chat. You excited?
We're your E.T. phoning homing for this one.
E.T. phoning homing for this one. Exactly.
So long awaited. Collect call from the 90s.
Well, I got a couple things I want to talk about before we actually get into aliens and such.
That's cool.
I want to know which Marvel Studio movie coming out that you're most excited for. And I have a list, and I actually have a question about a couple of them.
Boogie.
The first one is the Eternals. What are the Eternals?
Awesome. That was that was gonna be like one of what I was gonna say. They are. You can't just like throw it magically into words, but they're a fictional race of humanoidish, alien, beyond obviously alien, not too much Earth action of them. They're offshoot of the evolutionary process and created sentient life on Earth. Basically, is what some of it says it is. There's so many cool ones, like that. But they're just like visually, they're very, very cool looking. There's quite a few, comics that they are.
Right.
I haven't thought of them in a while. I'm trying to think of their names right now.
I was gonna say, can you name off any of the Eternals? Like, who are we gonna maybe see?
Damn it. See, here you go, put me on the spot when I wasn't even thinking of it.
Well, I thought you might just know off the top of your head, but if you don't, you can keep looking.
Off the top of my head, no. I can't think of them. I just know, the source wall and stuff like that, that they're on that, and that's really cool.
Well, maybe
DC even has, a source wall, too, which is pretty cool.
We can get into Eternals some other time.
Well, I'm... Apocalypse, he's supposed to be one of the first mutants.
Oh, okay.
So he, now that everything is owned together, he might be one of those that makes an appearance, and hopefully they pull their heads out of their asses for what he actually looks like, not just some creepy old guy in a suit that's too fucking big. But Well,
other Marvel Studio movies coming out is Black Widow. Kind of knew about that one.
Mm-hmm.
The remake of Blade. Thor, Love of Thunder, Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness. Now that could be fucking interesting.
That I'm really excited for that one.
Loki, I don't know what WandaVision is.
That's Wanda and Vision.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And then Shang-Chi, Legend of the Ten Rings.
That'll be good to finally get back to that. They were slightly introduced in the first Iron Man.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
That was the terrorist group or they were the Nine Rings. They were the terrorist group that took Tony.
Okay. Interesting. Then the ones we've talked about before is the What If.
Mm-hmm.
The Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Hawkeye. Mm-hmm. They're rebooting Fantastic Four again.
Why not? Let's do it.
Captain Marvel 2. Black Panther 2. This one just says X-Men. And Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3.
That'll be fun.
So I guess I'm most interested in the Multiverse of Madness. Because that sounds really awesome. And What If. But the Eternals is another one that I was kind of, looking at. This could be fucking interesting.
Yeah, I'm trying to. I don't know. I'm like brain farting. I don't know.
Okay. I mean, any of them that you're excited for? I mean, obviously, What If, but
What If, The Eternals, Multiverse of Madness? I know those ones are going to be pretty good. Wanda and Vision. I was just reading something about that yesterday, or WandaVision. It like slides. We're talking about it says TV series when you look it up for IMDb for 2021. Yeah.
that could be it, maybe.
Oh, it says it's a Marvel Cinematic Universe product, and all of its content is subject to change until it's finalized. But it had something to do with like Vision and how. Man, I'm all over right now. It's almost like they created another area for him because he is an AI. So it's. Right. I feel like it's going to be something sliding in that kind of aspect that maybe they're taken into that kind of world, or they recreated a area, or something along those lines.
I probably should have prepared you a little bit more for that one.
Well, yeah.
Okay. Well, we'll get into that some other time. That's a good question.
Yeah, it's not a wild card. Give me a heads up.
All right. Well, I'm going to read something that's the source is from Raptorific, and it's interesting. It's funny. So just listen. Honestly, if you want to know why Batman is necessary in Gotham City, just remember that Gotham Police Department had a banquet honoring Commissioner Gordon, and they ordered a cake from Crazy Clown Catering. Honestly, guess who jumped out of the cake? Much to the surprise of the entire Gotham City police force, who by all logic should have had an entire division devoted to clown felonies by this point. In the criminal justice system, clown-based offenses are considered especially heinous. In Gotham City, the dedicated detectives who investigate these comedic felonies are members of an elite squad known as the Insane Clown Posse. These are their stories.
Dun dun.
I just thought that was hilarious and had to share it.
That is pretty funny. Why would you not? Like, why would they not have... every time you ever watch, like, an episode of, Batman, like, even the cartoon, it's like, do they not have a detective? Is Batman the detective?
Right. He's, like the only
they don't
detective
have
on the
anyone else. I mean, it's Detective Comics, so obviously he's the only one who knows what the fuck he's doing. Nope, they can't even stop a guy from jaywalking. The police force in that city is worthless.
Ordering from Crazy Clown Catering. Like, come on now.
Yeah.
Like, come on. You should know not to do things like that or associate yourself with clowns.
Yeah, why? Well, not only that, like, why would you order something from somewhere that probably has only existed for, like, 3 months? It's obviously a shell company.
Even 2 weeks.
Yeah. Oh, this one just opened up. I heard good things. From who? I don't know.
I know they're super on point, though, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
So, did you know...
Sweet flashlight,
and I'm sure you probably did know, humans can only see 1% of the visual light spectrum, which means we can only see 1% of what's going on around us.
Yeah, and it's pretty horrible. Like,
in other words, we are unable to see the vast 99% of the world we fucking live in. The majority of our existence is unseen, people. Open your eyes. Not that that's going to help.
Well, I think that some people can see 1.01%, and that's how you can see, like, specters, ghosts, anomalies, stuff like that,
Fractals.
Fractologists. And like some of those are probably like some of the artists and stuff. People who can see stuff just a little different is because they're seeing it right. It's that like thing about like drugs and stuff where they're like, do you think that oxygen is actually a drug that brings our mind this way, and drugs actually let us see the world the way it actually is?
It's an interesting theory.
Oh, I just got a notification from the FBI. It says stay right there.
Oh, weird. Awesome. Weird. Well, you stay right there.
I'll be here. Let's go. Come on in.
So, another thing, like, I think we talked about this earlier, not on the podcast, but the fact that we're the first millennials. We are the Zennials. We are Generation Z. Well, Generation Z or X. We're the largest group after the baby boomers, and went from 1977 to 1987.
I like baby boomers.
So if you are between the ages of 30 and 41 right now, you're a Zennial.
Boom. Welcome.
Of all the generations, Zennials understand our current world the most. They were the first to experience the birth of the internet and use it. They witnessed sports greatness firsthand from Michael Jordan, Kobe, LeBron, and Mike Tyson, Manny Pacquiao. They played the first video games, but they still knew how to play outside. They enjoyed great music throughout the 80s, 90s, and early 2000s, in which hip-hop was born and still made sense. In addition to other genres of new music, they started fashionable trends. And were also the first to own the first ever iPhone. That's it.
That's fun. I think I had that one.
I grew up with Oregon Trail and Number Munchers. I mean...
I have an emulator so I can still play them.
Right. I remember in kindergarten, and the school got the first computers, and we were trained on them almost immediately. I think I learned how to type in first grade.
Hey, you remember when a floppy disk was actually a floppy disk and not that hard disk that people call the floppy disk now?
Yeah. It actually had encasing around it.
Yeah. Hey, cool, someone 3D printed the save icon. Nope, that's a game. Hey, I kind of hate to break this to you there, Jester, but it says if you're born between 77 and 85...
85, huh?
You're a Zennial.
So I missed it by a year.
You're a millennial, bro.
Who's your source? Who's your source, man?
BusinessInsider.com. Millennials versus Zennials. Biggest differences.
Oh, well, I don't have a source. I
Government.
What I read.
Oh. Well, here's another one. Startupstash.com. The Zennials and why they matter. 77 to 85. And this one is from January of this year. That one was from 2018.
But why is it only 8 years then? And not 10?
I don't know.
That seems a little strange.
Yeah, because baby boomers were like after World War One.
Right.
Or, right around it. Right before World War II. In that range.
Mm-hmm.
I believe some of them take different sized chunks. But I remember, when we were, just hitting our teens, they're like, Generation Y is on its way, so, and they caused Y2K, okay, Generation Y, Y2K,
right.
Destroy it all, update your shit, guys.
Year 2000.
Ooh, here's a link, Zennials 1986, this is from 2018, that's the one
I'm on the cusp of Zennial and Millennial.
This one says 77 to 83.
Weird. It's only 6 years.
Yeah.
I'm going to go by mine. Fuck you guys.
You belong to the sub-generation Zennial.
Great.
Yes.
Well, I mean, if you
if
think about it, 1977 was literally kind of towards the end of all the hippies and free love, and they all wanted to love each other, and then they all had babies and got confused by it.
What are babies? Babies and hepatitis, that's all they got.
Right. Running around naked, swimming in the dirt.
Hey, on that topic, though, of Forrest Gump, Jenny, she didn't die of AIDS, she died of hepatitis.
Really?
That's how the director wanted that to shove through.
Go ahead.
Oh, well, that just... Because everybody, after the movie came out, they were all mad thinking...
That she died of AIDS or something.
Well, no. That she got AIDS and then had a kid. So they, they're all like, oh my God, the kid probably has it. But that's why they're like, no, it was hepatitis. Kid's fine.
I wish I was a bird so I could fly far, far away from here.
Okay, Jenny.
All right, so on to the next subject before we this is the last one before we get into the aliens.
Let's subject ourselves to it.
All right, this Dutch designer is trying to replace streetlights with glow-in-the-dark trees. The trees get their glow from crossing DNA from luminescent